Hi, writers. Welcome back to writing. Last time we were together, we were doing research using Pebble Go on our animal reports. And last time we met, we jotted down some notes. We took some research and looked up information on what our animal looks like, where our animal lives, their habitat, and what our animal likes to eat. We did research on those three things. Today, we're going to turn our research into a story. We're going to use this to write our first chapter of our story. We're going to write a chapter today on what our animal looks like. And we're going to write a chapter today on where our animal lives, their habitat. Okay, so I'm going to use this information to do that today. Boys and girls, our I can statement says, I can research and write an informational story about an animal. Can you say that with me? I can research and write an informational story about an animal. So boys and girls, I have Pebble Go open today because that's what we used to find our research. But if you finished all your research, you might not need it. I have everything I need to know right here in my notes. So I'm going to use my notes today to go ahead and write a chapter about what my animal looks like. So I'm going to get out my story. Here's my dolphin story. Here's my table of contents that we did the other day. And we're going to work on chapter 1, what dolphins look like, and chapter 2, where dolphins live. So again, you're putting in your animals. So if you did monkeys, what monkeys look like. If you did bears, what bears look like. If you did frogs, what frogs look like. Okay. So boys and girls, think about, what does our story always start with? What do chapters always start with? If you said topic sentence, you're right. You have to let the writer know what you're going to be writing about. My first chapter is going to be what dolphins look like. So I put it right up there, what dolphins look like. And I did my opening sentence and I said, dolphins are beautiful animals. Boys and girls, if you read that, dolphins are beautiful animals, you would probably know I'm probably going to write about what makes dolphins beautiful. I'm going to write about what they look like. Okay. So I used my notes right here that they have smooth skin, that their bodies are 10 feet long, that they have a tail fluke. And I took my notes and now I need to turn those into sentences. So I did my topic sentence. Dolphins are beautiful animals. Now I'm going to look at my notes. They have smooth skin. Now that's not a full sentence, so I need to make that a full sentence. And I said, dolphins have smooth skin that help them glide. Now I looked at bodies are about 10 feet long. And I changed that to their bodies are about 10 feet long. Dolphins have 2 flippers and a dorsal fin they use to steer. They also have a tail fluke that they move up and down when swimming. They even have a blowhole on their head they use to breathe. I think dolphins look very pretty. And that's my closing sentence. I think dolphins look very pretty. So it kind of sums up my story about what dolphins look like. So I did my topic sentence, dolphins are beautiful animals. I did my closing sentence, I think dolphins look very pretty. And in between, I gave all the details about what they look like. Their bodies are about 10 feet long. They have smooth skin that help them glide. Dolphins have 2 flippers and a dorsal fin they use to steer. They also have a tail fluke that they move up and down when swimming. They even have a blowhole on their head they use to breathe. So boys and girls, I did my topic sentence. I did quite a few detail sentences in this one. And then I did my closing sentence. Then I'm going to turn my page to chapter 2. Chapter 2. Let me look back at my table of contents. Says where dolphins live. Okay, so now I'm going to write about where dolphins live. And I put up here a dolphin's habitat. And habitat is the same thing of where they live. So again, boys and girls, what am I going to start with? Topic sentence, detail sentence, closing sentence. And I'm going to use my notes again. Here's my notes, and I don't have as many this time for where my dolphin lives, but I'm going to use these notes and turn them into sentences. My topic sentence, I'm going to tell you about a dolphin's habitat, where they live. That's my topic sentence. What's my story going to be about? Where the dolphins live. Now I'm going to use my notes. Dolphins live in all oceans, so I have to turn that into a sentence. Dolphins live in all oceans. Most dolphins swim in warm water near the equator. Some dolphins can also be found in rivers. Here's my closing sentence. I hope someday to be able to explore a dolphin's habitat. I hope to do that someday, boys and girls. I hope to see someday for myself where a dolphin lives. Okay. Boys and girls, I did have time at the end, so I went and I added my picture. And I did read that dolphins live in oceans and rivers. So I drew a picture of an ocean here and labeled it, and a river. And if you look at my other page, I'm super proud of this one. It says what animals look like, and I drew a dolphin and I labeled it. So I put the tail. I put the flippers. I put the dorsal fin. I put the blowhole. So there was my dolphin picture. Boys and girls, I always want you to do your writing first, and then if you have time, I want you to go back and add the pictures. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to use your research, you're going to use your notes to do chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 1, what does your animal look like? And chapter 2, where does your animal live, their habitat? When you're done, take a picture of your work and send it to your teacher on Seesaw. Have a great day.